Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Poray, a sports and family chiropractor for nearly 30 years. Today I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite activities, and that's scuba diving. I've been a certified diver since 1974 and currently hold a PADI Master Scuba Diver certificate, as well as being a DAN, Dive Emergency Specialist. This has given me the opportunity to see a lot of things that cause back pain for scuba divers. Some of these things are structural, meaning that the body is naturally predisposed to injuries caused by the activity, and some of them are functional, meaning that they're caused by doing things in a way that will result in injuries. Structural problems include lumbar hyperlordosis, which is an excessive curve in the lower back. During horizontal swimming, the feet will be higher than the head. As a result, the facets, which are small projections of vertebrae, will bump into each other, causing local irritation. They can also pinch the nerves, which are immediately adjacent to them, and the result is inflammation, which causes pain, leading to muscle spasms. Enough of this over a period of time will also result in excessive wear and tear, also known as arthritis. Sometimes the curve in the back has been there for your whole life, and your body may have developed certain compensations so you're completely unaware of it. Usually, however, the lordosis will result from abdominal muscles which are overpowered by the muscles of the low back. This causes the facets again to become irritated, leading to low back pain. One of the ways to fix this is to correct the strength imbalance. This is a case where the problem with your back is actually your front. Adding some abdominal exercises is a simple, effective solution. Daily crunches, planks, and hip flexion exercises are what I would suggest. Since part of the problem is that the low back muscles are too tight, it's important to add some flexibility in that area as well. This can be done by sitting on the floor with the bottom of one foot resting against the inside of the opposite knee so that you make a figure 4. Then slowly reach down your leg towards your ankle. Reach as far as you can and then hold that position for 30 to 40 seconds. Another way you could solve the problem is simply by adding ankle weights, and that will help to bring your position into a more horizontal spot, and that will also help to avoid some of the pain in the low back. Now, scuba diving involves a lot of lifting of heavy equipment, including your bags and tanks and so on. Once this gear is on, you have to maneuver around the boat, you have to make your way downstairs or across the beach into deeper water. Tanks are awkward and don't have handles. Instead, we carry them by one end, and this causes your back to become twisted and loaded. If you don't have a dolly for your tanks, carry them like a baby across your chest and make several trips. True, you won't look as tough as those fit young DMs, but you will avoid a lot of back pain and maybe stay out of my office. Your BC is made for carrying that tank, so why not strap the tank into it and carry your tank that way? If your weights are integrated, put them into the pockets. If you have a weight belt, then put that on. Most good dive operators will make certain that your BC and tank are sitting on a bench so that you can slip into them easily and adjust the weight before cinching in. The alternative is having your dive buddy help you into your vest. Now, one of the most common catchphrases you will hear is to lift with your legs, not with your back. This applies when lifting dive gear as well. One of the best ways to minimize the stress of lifting weight is to keep the weight close to the center of gravity on your body. That means that when you lift, don't reach. Get the weight close to your feet before you lift. Disc injuries in the back are usually the result of a lift combined with a twist. So to avoid this hazard, make sure you lift, straighten your body, and then pivot by moving your feet. Sometimes you may be tempted to quickly jerk something to save a little time. We all do that. Remember how to stay out of trouble underwater? Stop, count to 10, and then act? Well, the same thing applies above the water. One of the most awkward positions in diving occurs when you're climbing out of the water onto the dive boat. Remember, you're top heavy, so try to keep your body close to the ladder so that you are not leaning backwards. Move slowly and carefully to avoid twisting. Don't reach too far above your head, and keep your elbows bent and your feet somewhat apart to stabilize yourself as much as you can. A program of stretching and strengthening before and during the diving season would be extremely beneficial. Remember, any fitness program is better than nothing, but if you want something designed for divers, consider the exercises provided in each Alert Diver magazine, which is published by Dan and is included free with your Dan membership. Finally, there are things that simply cannot be avoided. Accidents and slips can happen. So periodic visits to your chiropractor are a great way to find and correct those little problems that you may not feel creeping up on you, kind of like nitrogen narcosis does. I hope this has been helpful. I'm Dr. Mark Poray, and you can find more health-related blogs by scrolling down the list below here. You will also find more about my office by checking the pages on this website, www.drporay.com. And the link to our office which is located in Brooklyn, is also here. Until next time, safe diving.